Let's do this. Hi, welcome back everybody to Tales from Tuatha. This is session 13. The whole gang is here.
Hello!
You can feel free to say hi.
Hi.
Greetings and salutations.
Hello.
We've got cats, we've got dogs, we've got babies. We've got everything your body needs. I guess also happy Memorial Day to those who celebrate Memorial Day. It's Memorial Day weekend, which means I have tomorrow off, which means I have even more time to work on the next session of Tales from Tuatha, which is great for me. I think there are no real announcements. I think we have. After paying Tevin, retrieving their lead box from critical iron, and stowing the giant seed within it, our heroes visited the gold-obsessed Denfer Brisbane in town lockup in Moontip, where they discovered that he has residence in Brimshire. During their morning excursions around Moontip, they heard of difficulties along the road headed west towards Brimshire. Having decided to head towards Brimshire to investigate what may have happened to Denfer, as well as the troubles along the road, the party encountered what appeared to be a small caravan that had been attacked by giant creatures. Fearing an ambush, the party quickly strategized and were able to get the drop on a couple of ogres who were lying in wait nearby. After handily dispatching the ogres, our heroes discovered an Ymuli man hiding underneath one of the destroyed carts. Though he wished to leave and was quite reserved in conversation, he revealed that he had been arrested for using magic, and his tribe had left the north because it was unsafe. Our heroes tracked the creatures which attacked the caravan and caught up to them just as night falls. Will they be able to defeat these creatures and discover what has brought them to this land? Find out now in session 13 of Tales from Tuatha. So, it is dusk, and, let's get into the current situation. Like I said, you guys were following the tracks of these ogres. Nerida seemed to think that there were numerous ogres, anywhere between 5 and 10, that had attacked the caravan. The evening sky darkens as you reach the edge of a hilltop. Below, a single raging bonfire burns brightly. Surrounding it are massive figures. Their huge hands rip apart humanoid bodies and greedily raise the pieces into their crushing maws. Occasionally they speak in low, booming voices, and a language crude and foreign. Among them is one much larger than the rest, who seems to be getting more than its fair share of the meat. Your Ymuli friend is also with you. He is sort of hesitantly following you as you track these ogre tracks. The table is yours. What are you guys doing?
Did you say how many we see?
Roll perception. And you do not have night vision, right? You do not have dark vision.
18. 18.
You would guess that it looks like there, by your count, are 4 to 5 of the slightly smaller figures, although they're all quite large, and one much larger figure.
Are they in front of like huts or a cave or anything?
They're merely surrounding this large bonfire. Okay. It's at the bottom of the hill. The hill just rolls out into flat land. The area is dotted with rock outcroppings and trees that you would expect to find on any sort of plain.
Okay.
And it's dusk right now?
Yes, it is on the brink of night.
So I think we should surround our new enemies. This is the best word for these creatures. Lost, your staff has the power to make us a little bit more stealthy. I can target the big one from far away with my arrows. So you guys should sneak up. While they're blinded from the light, they can't see into the dark as good. We should flank them on all sides and come together as one.
Sounds like it could work, yeah.
Yeah, seems fair to me.
Yeah.
I don't know that flanking on all sides gives us any tactical.
Okay. So maybe from two sides then? Confusion, split them up.
I will say that the maneuver I pulled off earlier today, I cannot do again.
Yeah.
Not until tomorrow.
Hello? Oh, there we go.
Hello.
We should talk is very delayed. Yeah, two sides is probably a lot safer.
And again, I can sit back far away and just target that big one.
Yep. And I've still got enough spell slots that I can do web again. If they're, depending on how closely they're clustered.
I have spells
Old
still,
web.
but can't hit at a max level.
Would that spider webbing take out that fire and just explode immediately?
Webs are flammable, but they're not that flammable.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I can always take out the fire. I mean, I'm probably going to set another one later, but I can snuff their fire out initially.
Yeah.
So you don't only love fire, you love your fire.
Only you.
Pretty much.
Baby, you can light my fire. Next song. Are we still setting up the terrain? How close are they? If I take a shot at them, can I hit them all within 5 feet with my...
So you guys are at the top of the hill. I would say you're sort of here. Perhaps, hiding behind this rock. Quite a ways away, and you see the figures down here surrounding this bonfire.
How well can we see the figures?
They're framed by the light from the bonfire. So, I guess I'm not sure what you're asking. They look to be large
we've
humanoid
decided
figures.
I
There's
have
one larger
about
than
120 feet, so I could, in theory, shoot them from here.
Yes. You have a
With
long
full
bow, so you
accuracy.
can definitely hit
Yeah.
them.
So I want to know, how close they are, because I have the what is it? Ability to hit everything within 5 feet with the Rain of Thorns. It's my spell.
Oh, like how close they are to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all
Because they're not on my...
more or less packed around this fire. They're fairly close to each other. You want to actually see.
Hail of Thorns. Yeah. Well, if
the
you
figures.
want to set them up, they're not up yet. So yeah, you guys should approach. You guys should approach from opposite sides. I'll sit here, and when we're ready, I'll just shoot right into the middle, and hopefully, if I'm successful, I can start us off with a good damage hit. And then, Lost, you snuff out that fire. Give us the advantage from the darkness. Guys.
I think we would want to keep their fire lit so we can see them if they can.
Well, their eyes are adjusted to it, so if we're striking from the duskiness while they're looking into the fire, taking it out, they'll have to take a second to adjust. We have advantage, meta.
Yeah.
Advantage on shooting them?
Well, I guess they would be... Everyone would be doing their thing, but yeah, I feel like a surprise round if we...
Yeah, you can definitely try to, get a surprise round on them.
Well,
Okay.
guess we start off with a pass without trace, and let's move closer in.
I thought you said you couldn't do that.
You can do pass without trace at will.
Yeah, I can do
okay.
pass without trace. I just can't do wall of thorns again.
Oh, got it.
That's what I meant.
Okay, yeah. But it has to be within 10 feet of you, so who's the least stealthy? You should take Arlequin, sorry. Alik.
Nerida is also
Nerida as
very
well,
not
yeah.
stealthy.
Very not stealthy. I'm worse, in fact.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It might
We're
almost
not
be
an
overly
better
stealthy
way
group
right
as
up
a
here, to be honest.
Rather true.
And you guys only have to be 30 feet, within 30 feet of me.
Okay. Do you feel like we could surround them with 30 feet worth?
Close
Just
enough
hold on,
to
I'm gonna
surround.
figure out my.
We can definitely get in closer.
We can get close enough to surround them and to effectively surround them.
Can I move my roller strip so it won't hit the terrain
Yes.
when I roll?
Yeah, I think a couple of people are in danger of that,
Danger.
unfortunately. Hopefully that's better. Should be okay.
Which one's the Mama Gemma?
It's not on the board yet.
Oh,
Oh, there's 6 of them. Interesting. Yeah, we can take this opportunity to like pre-bless and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we should
yeah,
buff
yeah.
up.
I guess I'm gonna the Hunter's Mark, the big one. Can I do that from here?
What's
The
the
bone-
range
the
on
bone.
Hunter's Mark?
Oh, I don't know. Right in front of me.
Let's get some music going too. Do you have the
Yeah, if
range?
you can do passive.
I think it's
No, I do not.
120 on Hunters. It's either 90 or 120. I'm looking now. 90 feet.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so we're probably gonna have to move in a little closer for you to Hunter's Mark.
yeah, I think you're just at a range. Uh-oh, Thomas DC'd.
Did I?
He was saying you disconnected, yeah.
So we're 27 and they're 5 VD increments, so it's 145.
Yeah, it keeps loading everything but whatever the last file is, and then crashing.
Well, that's not good. Try going into your like assets directory. Remember where you downloaded the thing?
Yeah,
And deleting it. Maybe you have like a corrupt version of it or something.
maybe. It worked
Uh-huh.
last time.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
We're
This-
dropping people like flies.
yeah. Katie just disconnected too.
The silly thing is I
combat's
could
too
move
powerful.
around while it's loaded.
So
Yeah, you can.
I would like to roll stealth for the party. I have a +6.
Okay, and I assume
Yeah.
Lost is using Pass Without Trace, so
Yes.
Yeah.
go ahead. Everybody will roll stealth individually in that case,
Oh, okay.
which is good.
Oh, yes.
Very good.
28.
18. Yeah. Well, I'm not getting quite as close as everyone else.
Waiting for Greg to roll. Lost to roll.
14.
Oh, I have disadvantage.
Yes, you and Narada.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just my ass. Whoops.
I move up to like right around
Oh, no.
here. Am I within range to
14.
do Hunter's Mark? And still have like half cover from the tree. Cover from the tree.
Covered from if you move there. So hang on, don't move your figurines just yet.
Okay. I'm just gonna have my figurine roll down the hill.
No, in the most James Bond style ever, right?
Very.
I
Just
prefer
like
to.
stealthily.
What I actually want to do is roll down the hill like a small child.
Oh, okay.
Like wee. Okay, so
Oh, you do have the +10 to stealth, so.
Nerda's got a 14. Alex got a 20. Really? Oh yeah, because you get +10. Remember? Oh, and you're -1.
Yeah.
Nerda? Okay. Oof. +10. So it looks like Cora fails, lost.
Yeah. So 20
Okay,
if she's with us.
so we've got
Even though I got an 18.
3. You got an 18?
Oh, never
Plus
mind.
two.
Kate, don't.
18. 2 plus 6 plus 10.
Oh god. Okay. Cora, thankfully you are well trained. We'll roll for.
Greg just rolled for Thea.
We'll roll for hard R as well.
I've been out in the wilderness for too long. I'm a stealthy person.
I think he did pretty well, especially considering the pass
Is he-
without trace. Yeah, he's pretty good at this. So, okay, so trying to move silently, there are a couple of blunders. Lost gets one of his horns caught on a nearby tree and like wrenches his head and ruffles the branch a bit, and Nerida is clinking around a bit in her mail, but overall, you think you're moving a bit stealthily. Cora is able to help dislodge Lost's horn from the branch that it's caught on. They don't appear to have noticed you.
Do we roll initiative or do we just go?
There's no fight yet. If you wanna, they're just kind of like tearing at these bodies and eating.
So yeah, I want to do Hunter's Mark on the big one from behind this tree.
So you want to move all the way down there, stealthily, presumably.
Stealthily.
I mean,
yeah.
at some point, I want to shatter, like, right in front of the fire. So they hit everyone.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I want to move up to cover behind this rock.
So you're going to be behind Cora, though, right? Or like with Cora, moving with her.
I just have to be within 30 feet of her.
So he can be in front of me at that point.
Oh yeah, everyone has to be within 30 feet of
Yeah.
Lost to maintain.
Everyone has to be within 30 feet of me. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if Cora wants to be at that tree, we should be able to move up to the rock and still be covered.
Okay. As you make it down to this rock,
This rock. the
this
back
guy,
rock.
yeah, the back rock, this guy turns around and just makes a quick surveillance sweep of the hill. You've seen them doing this occasionally. They're not all just like
I
totally.
want to be
idiots.
farther forward or keeps moving me back.
Well, I know, but I didn't say we're at this rock. So
Yeah,
that's
you're at
when
this rock.
thing
You're,
happened.
you're
Okay,
all sort of
okay.
moving together.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So
I agree. I kept moving myself up to the tree.
as it gets up to look back
I
in your
thought you meant
direction,
this rock.
what's everybody doing?
I guess I'm hiding behind the rock.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
behind other
There's
people.
definitely not enough space behind this rock for everybody.
Okay. Nirda should hide behind the
You
rock.
calling us fat?
You think Cora and one other fatty could stand behind this rock?
I'll like
Well, I can stand
crouch down
behind
with my
anyone.
arms around Cora behind the rock.
Sorry?
I could like
Aw.
crouch down with my arms around Cora behind the rock.
Yeah, so you two are hugging. What's everybody else
friend.
doing? Hardar just, like, goes prone.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was gonna do as well.
You
I'm
just-
like, I'm just gonna lay down.
He just lays down and like,
Yeah, I'm just
pushes
gonna, like,
some
fall
grass
into
up
a
in front
bush.
of him. There are no bushes nearby. Certainly
Okay, then
not.
I'm just gonna fall. Like,
Okay.
not even go prone, just straight up fall.
Just
Not
fall
crazy.
straight down.
Just like that.
Roll 3d6, Alec.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Oh no!
Oh
You're not used to these situations, you're not a sneaky guy, and you're like, everybody's dropping, I better fall. You fall, onto like a pile of jagged rocks, some of which like jam into your mail and make horrendous loud clinking noises. One jams you in the face.
Oh no.
And you take
did it.
2 bludgeoning damage as it like
Oh.
jams into your cheek.
Sorry, I was distracted before you left the top of the hill when we were buffing up. I wanted to bless probably me, Nerida, and Cora.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cora, Nerida,
This is
and
the
this is the
baby
trio.
promise.
The trio that's always getting blessed.
Yeah.
We got a blessed sound effect.
Oh, nice.
Forgot to use it last time. Alright. Okay, so as Alec is falling and slamming and making a horrible clatter, Thea and Lost haven't really had a chance to do anything yet, and all of these guys are like, huh? They all stand up and look in your direction. You see them kind of squinting through the darkness. Oh! One of them in the front yells and points. The others, ah! And like raise their clubs. And we need to roll initiative. Yeah, she's still got mage armor on. Alright. Oh, I rolled initiative. I don't know what that roll is for.
Oh. Okay, cool.
So,
I'll take yours.
let's see. We've got... do RGB.
What amount of time do you think it was from when we went to the top of the hill down to it?
Probably like 10 to 12 seconds, like 2 rounds.
Okay.
16, I think these
I
guys
was just
are
wondering for blessed.
-1. How long does it last? 1 minute?
1 minute.
Remind me what Bless does again.
You get
It's
to add a d4 to your attack rolls and saving throws?
Yep, that is correct.
Cool.
So R, G, B, pink, yellow. How was that last one? Yellow, oh yeah. So. Oof. They're not fast.
Hooray!
Yeah, is that our initiative up there? Me and the 19?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know you fucked up. It's okay though, cleric friend.
First down, first up. Okay.
Helm is with you today, my friend.
Problem is, you're prone.
Well, that's not that big of a problem. I want to hang out.
As is Hardar. I think Lost went prone, right?
That's okay. Everybody
I did.
stay back. Let them ranged and melee and
One day you'll go prone.
magic casters do some things first.
Thea's just like on the hill, like, oh no! Top of the round, we've got Harvakir Toll Middleek.
I think I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at level 2.
Are you going to stand or are you going to do it from prone?
Well, I would stand up, but
Okay, so use half your movement to stand.
I want to check how much.
What's the
guiding
range
bolt-
on it?
You know, I'm not gonna do it. I think it's
Quite
about-
far. It might be. It's either 60
It's
or
like
90.
120 range.
Oh yeah, it might be.
180.
How far are we from them now?
It's 120 feet range.
120 feet.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, oh yeah. So every 2. So that's 16 times 5 is 80. You're 80 feet.
Okay.
away.
Cool.
I'm gonna roll my little roll. What's a D4? Oh no.
Oh boy, that's to hit. You're
Do I have
casting
any
at a
inspiration?
yellow, I'm assuming. Did you get inspiration at some point?
I don't know. You haven't really given us much.
I did at one point give people inspiration.
Just one time.
Just
one
one time.
time. Just once. Just one single time.
I don't think you have inspiration. I don't know what you have it
Okay,
from.
then I miss pretty badly.
So, you say the magic words and make the magical gesture. A bolt of divine light streaks out of your hands and just flies straight off into the night sky. You're still sort of disoriented from falling on your face. You stand up and fire a bolt and realize you're dizzy and just fired it nearly like 10 feet over their heads. That brings us to this boy's turn. Let's see. He's a cool guy. This one is much larger than the rest. And he shouts angrily and starts just yelling at these other ogres here. You recognize them as ogres now that they're standing and facing you. He just starts like shouting at them, "Obata! Hiboda!" And he can do cool stuff, right? He moves here. And he's gonna throw... He finds a large boulder on the ground next to this rock pile and throws it at Alik. $11 to hit. I'm assuming that does not hit.
Not a leak.
Yeah, almost certainly not. With the chain and
He's got new armor.
His shield.
his shield.
Sorry.
It's okay.
If Alik would.
If you were here, I'm checking his
Confirm.
AC. I think it's 18.
Okay.
So yeah, this giant boulder comes in, and even though you're disoriented, you catch your vision in time to look up and jump out of the way of this large boulder. Crashes into the hillside next to you. Now, let's see. This guy moves up here. And he's gonna throw a javelin at Alik. What's his range on that? 30,
Hello,
20.
You're getting javelined.
You getting javelined.
Yes, I am.
You got Mr. the Rock, though.
Oh, that's good.
8
Well, it didn't
to hit.
this year. 80.
Does not hit.
Definitely.
So this guy throws a javelin. It lands in front of you here on the ground. Sticks into the ground. He shouts at you. "Ah!"
Free javelin, hard on.
He's also going to throw a javelin at you. Nope, 6 again. Right next to the other javelin. They're looking pretty mad. That brings us to Cora's turn.
Oh, they weren't that slow. You said they were slow.
Yeah, well, I said that they were rolling pretty badly.
They are slow, just not slow enough. So, oh,
Black ogre's the big guy.
are good
This is the big one.
group of them. Well, I guess I'm gonna take a shot with my longbow at the big one and Hunter's market.
Okay, just from where you are.
Yeah,
Alright, so,
like behind the rock, right? So I'm still behind cover,
yeah.
or I'm behind Alik because I'm small size, so they can't technically target me anyway.
So you quickly chant under your breath. Hunter's Mark. You get the plus d4 to hit as well, right?
Yeah.
And Hunter's Mark.
It's getting like +8.
Pretty sure. Yeah, I think Cora's full damage.
Which is 1d8 plus 5.
So 7 points of damage. This is the arrow. You're still squinting in the darkness, and you loose your arrow. It sticks into the creature's arm, and he howls a bit and looks back at you angrily.
You're mine.
That's your
You're
turn?
ugly. I'm gonna get you. That's my turn.
All right. 8. Throwing a javelin at Elik. 15
ogres.
to hit.
It does not.
So he launches his javelin at you. This one finally makes it to you, but you ching, knock it out of the air with your shield. With some effort. It's a pretty hefty javelin.
Ah, but I'm strong.
You are strong.
14 strong.
It's Thea's turn. I'll put them in the turn order while you decide what you're doing.
Do you want me to move you?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Okay. So I'm gonna go right there.
Tree.
I'm gonna move up there, and I'm gonna cast web to try to encapsulate
Your new favorite.
the.
So like if it's like centered around here, it should get at least those 3.
Yeah. Because it's a 20-foot cube.
Alright, so sorry, ping again where it's centered. There.
Yeah.
Make it white for
20-foot
web.
cube being 20 feet on a side, or
Yes.
In the middle of this one, so it hits the middle of that and the middle of that. We can't.
Oh, stupid green.
No.
You
I
could
can't
get
just
green
Put it on
instead of
a
yellow.
Yeah.
yes.
Then I would rather get green than yellow if we could
Okay.
scoot it up just one more.
Supposed to
Thank
be
you.
black.
yeah, it looks black to me. I don't. Oh, I guess it is kind of green.
It's black. I think it's like the lighting and its surroundings like reflecting green.
Could be.
I think I turned my brightness up on my monitor too.
If the base is tinted green, then it'll pull in green too.
So you say the magic words, make the magic motion, you crumble a bit of spider web.
Dance the magic dance.
Dance, magic dance.
Magic dance.
And webs form on the ground, wrapping around the feet of these giant creatures. When you cast it, it doesn't do anything, right? Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
on the beginning of their turn.
Yep.
I think it does 12d12 damage, right?
It's like Wall of Thorns times 10, right? Alright. That's Thea's turn, and you moved up there, right behind that tree. Next is Lost.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stand up.
Lost stands up.
Let's see. What kind of weapons are these guys rocking? Are they just like
They've been throwing javelins, and you see they have, as you saw earlier with the previous two ogres, they have large, almost tree trunk-sized clubs.
And the javelins, what are those made of?
Wood. They're large wood javelins with just a carved point. Fairly primitive weapons.
Well... I am going to cast Barkskin on myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to do that myself, not using my staff.
Okay. I was going to ask. So you retrieve from your pouch a handful of oak bark, crush it in your hand, say the magic words, touch your shoulder, and your skin hardens and stiffens into this rough, coarse, bark-like appearance.
That's what she said.
You don't want
Not
that
sorry.
to be what she said. And that gives you 16 AC, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't be less than 16, so yeah.
It's a good call. And did you want to move? I mean, you were, I think, here and you stood up and moved.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up a little closer to Thea.
Okay. Like right behind her here.
Yep.
Okay. Next is Nerida.
Alright, I'm gonna move right here. I'm going to aim at our yellow friend over here. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead
All right.
and Spiritual Weapon.
All right. Let's do spiritual weapon first. I need to get a
Alright.
little tiara for you.
Crescent Moon comes flying through the air.
Crescent moon shaped tiara.
For 16.
That will definitely hit. Roll damage.
I forgot how much damage it does.
I think it's D8 plus something.
Plus your
Your magic
spellcasting
words.
ability, yeah.
D8 plus
Your magic words
spellcasting.
better be, in the name of the moon, I will punish you.
Oh, yes. Plus, what is my spellcasting?
I think it's
5.
5.
So, 8 damage.
So this crescent
Woo,
moon
man.
tiara digs into the ogre's chest and rips out the other side, and a spout
Very
of
good.
blood comes out. And you do 8 damage. And then you
Can I put
toll
him
the
on
dead.
this side?
Oh, you want to move it? I don't know if you can
I wanna
move it.
summon it there.
Oh, okay, you want to summon it there. I was like- Then you toll the dead.
Toll the Dead. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You put
Oh, yeah,
your-
I get to add a d4 as well. Not that it mattered, but I forgot I was blessed.
to hit.
Does it
Oh yeah, because it like counts as a weapon attack.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, it's a melee weapon
Just for
attack.
next time.
Okay,
Melee
so
spell attack.
it has to save on wisdom, I think, for total.
Yeah. Let me double check. It's been a long time since I've cast any of these spells.
Yes, wisdom saving throw.
Thank you.
Oh wow, you did all right.
My spell save DC
14.
is 15.
Oh,
Burned.
it just barely does not save. Ogres ain't too wise. So toll the dead hits it. Oh, resonates throughout its
It
head.
hasn't taken any damage, right?
It has taken. You just took damage.
Oh,
You did
yes!
damage.
Awesome! I get a d12 then. 10 plus something?
No,
Plus nothing.
Plus
10.
nothing. All right. It's like you cast the spell and it just grips its ears in pain and starts writhing around a bit. Pretty good. Next is Green Boy. Ugh.
Oh, Thea, you're gonna get a javelin thrown at you.
No!
Ooh, yeah, Thea is just barely in range.
Shit.
And he saw her cast web. Oh my god, I just flipped a coin and it landed on its edge.
What are the odds?
Okay. No, it's not too smart. It's gonna throw at Nerida.
Oh, come on then.
That does definitely not hit you.
Nope, get out of here.
The javelin again lands short. You get the sense that these, like, you know that throwing javelins, or at least Alec knows, that throwing javelins is much more difficult and restrictive than firing a bow. And you're definitely out of range, out of decent range.
Yeah, it's a lot harder if you aren't skilled.
They've been doing it most of their lives, but regardless, you can't really throw much
Their
further
lives
than
are
that.
stupid. They're over.
Can't argue there. So, 5. Okay, no, he's too smart. 6, 7, 8, and he'll throw a javelin at Nerida again.
We're big and shiny and scared.
Yeah, it's true.
16.
Nope.
He reels back and launches the javelin, and even though it makes it to you, you duck out of the way and like gently tap it with your glaive as it passes you.
Not
Very
today,
close.
big man.
Yeah.
Not today, Satan.
Not giant ogre Satan. All right, top of the round. That's Hardar gets to go. He just has a javelin, and he's not that like comfortable with this situation.
There's a bunch of javelins here. You could grab all those.
It's true. Let's see. How smart is Hardar?
Hell, that's racist. Just because he's from the north.
He's my character. He can be as dumb as I want. He's not smart.
Very racist.
He's gonna hide behind this rock for this turn. Alright, Harvakir told Middleek.
I'm gonna move. Oh, I'm locked.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll say.
5 is here.
Yeah. And then we're gonna cast. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're gonna cast. I'll cast my spiritual weapon on yellow, right there. Which, for those who don't know, is a gigantic gauntlet that slaps at him. And then I'm gonna slap him. So I'll roll my.
A gigantic divine gauntlet. Oh, you can't color these pieces? Are you kidding? There we go.
Oh, come on.
Ooh.
Oh, I
So-
get a plus 1d4. It could.
It's true.
There
And
is
what's
some
your to hit?
So that's 5 plus
Oh.
5, 10.
Okay, so you try to slap at the ogre with the giant gauntlet of Helm, and the ogre looks at it and just hits it with the club, and it goes boom, like resonates throughout the gauntlet.
Yeah, and then I'm going to cast Virtue on Thea
Okay.
for 5 hit points. Temporary hit points.
All right, so Thea, you have 5 temporary HP. That's just HP on top of your normal HP that you'll take first, basically.
Yeah, I think it disappears.
Thank you.
It disappears when the spell ends.
Which is at the start of my next.
Oh, is that true? Is it a cantrip?
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Oh, that makes sense then. That's pretty good. Okay. The white boy, he is webbed. Which means he has to make a dex save. 1 round, yeah. So until your next turn, basically. I think he... What's your spell save DC, Thea?
It's 15.
It's 15. Well, he did not make it then.
Yes.
So, he is restrained. And he's going to use his action. The webs crawl up around its arms. He's like... He's going to pull against it. Oh my god. He's having a bad day, so he pulls against the webs in vain. Yellow is not in the webs. It's going to... Oh! 3... Charge up and attack you, Alik. With its giant club. Charges at you and swings.
I laugh in the face. Oh, you might have.
Pretty sure it's hitting you. 20.
Oh no.
Ooh, 19.
So, its great club slams into you. You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
I should say so. Red is in the webs. He needs a dex save to not be restrained. That's a big failure. He is restrained. As the webs curl up around his arms. He's going to pull against them on his turn.
No.
Keep pulling, you big dummy.
As he pulls against them, he loses his balance and falls to the ground, and the webs cover him even more.
Yeah!
He's prone and stuck to the ground. Cora's turn.
I'm going to shoot the big one. White one. From behind the stone still.
Okay.
So now I have Hunter's Mark on it, which gives me bonus damage.
Oh,
Yes.
never mind. You know what you're doing.
So you're shooting at this guy? Or no, sorry, this
The
guy?
big one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit. That hits. Go ahead and do damage.
Oh, well, I also have the D4 coming up, but that's okay.
And it's restrained, but I think that only helps with melee attacks.
So I get 2d8.
Yep.
Oh, that's not d8, sorry.
So ignore that one.
Yeah. 2d8.
Oh, you have advantage, so if you want to roll another d20, see if you crit.
There. That was not great on my d8.
Yeah,
though.
not great damage. But it's what, +3? Oh, you did crit! So roll 2 more
Nice.
d8s.
Nice.
That restrain. Jeez, okay, so 16 plus...
Plus 8 for my basic bow, plus whatever Hunter's Mark. Oh, plus whatever Hunter's Mark.
Wait, you don't
gives me.
get +8 damage on your...
The 8 damage is for a damaged foe. Because I'm attacking a foe that's already damaged, which is my.
Oh, isn't that
Losses
isn't that an
for it?
extra d8? I thought that's what
Yeah.
the extra d8 was for.
No, what's the Hunter's Mark do for me?
It gives you d6.
Okay, so another d6 on top of that.
I think... I'm gonna look this up real quick. You might get 2d6, because
Ooh.
all
That's
of the
what my
attacks
range is gonna
damage dice twice and add them together, so roll another d6. For stupid sake. Okay, so +3, right, for your just damage? Or +4?
Plus 8 for my bow damage? Oh,
No, your bow doesn't give you +8.
no, plus 8, yeah. +7 for dexterity, +4 for dexterity, +3 for the bow itself, +1 because it's a +1 bow.
It's not a beast.
So a whole.
What do you mean?
No, but
+3
even
for
if it's not a
itself?
beast, I just get +1 because it's a +1 weapon.
Yeah. So hang on.
So that gives
let
me
me
a +8.
make sure we're doing this
Okay.
right. It's a complicated damage calculation. So
Yeah,
from
I
the
have
rolls
all damage.
alone, we have 16, 24. And then your bow.
Does 8.
Why is it 8? That can't be right.
4 plus 4 for dexterity,
Yeah.
plus 3 for piercing,
Why plus
and
3
plus
for
1
piercing?
for a plus 1.
No. The plus piercing is part of your dex mod. So it's plus 4 for your dex, and then plus 1 from
And
the
then
bow.
another
So
plus
plus
1.
5. So 29
5.
total.
Okay.
Okay. Not as absolutely insane, but still pretty
Only 3
friggin'
points difference.
good. Alright, so
We'll fix that.
finding your balance on the hillside, peeking out from behind the rock, and seeing your mark restrained, you loose an arrow that sticks straight into the creature's right eye. And it screams, and it can't even reach up to pull the arrow out. It screams out, and the scream echoes throughout the valley. It's horrifically injured. Blood starts squirting from its eye. The arrow looks to have sunk up to the fletching. You're not sure how it's even still moving. Alright, Pink's turn. It is in the webs. It needs to dex save.
Boom.
That is not
Oh,
a save. It's going to pull against the webbing. That's finally, something broke out. Okay, so it breaks out of the webbing. It yells. And just moves here. Can't do anything else. Thea's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna spray Pink in the face with poison spray.
Alright. Did you want to move at all, or? Would you like to move first, or your poison spray is? You can hit both of them actually with poison spray, right? I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm thinking of acid splash. Poison spray.
It says you extend your hand towards a creature, so probably only
Right.
one.
Has to make a con save.
Yeah.
Okay, so you spray forth a cloud of gaseous, dark poison. It's 18 to save.
Damn.
So the cloud passes over the ogre, and you see it inhaling bits of the cloud. And it just like snuffs them right back out, spewing the black poison out of its mouth. It laughs at you. Lost turn. Oh, did you want to move? Use a bonus action.
If I back up, then they're open to attack, right?
Yeah.
Yes. If you move
Yes.
out of melee with this guy, you believe he could hit you.
Which I can use my reaction.
All right.
to-
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move out of melee because if I take a direct hit, I'm toast.
Okay.
I'm
He's
gonna
gonna
defend that.
swing at you with his
Here.
club. You get disadvantage, Alec? Is that what it is?
Yes.
19 to hit.
And it didn't matter.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Not a huge amount, so you turn to
Yeah.
run, and this ogre is still like pulling the webs off it. It runs up to you, swings at you sort of clumsily, and just catches you in the back as you run away.
He just gives you a little boost on your way, you know?
I'm
Lost
glad I
turn.
had those temp hit points.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's all of your temp hit points, right? And plus 3.
Plus 3 of my regulars, but
Yeah.
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 Lost turn.
I am gonna go ahead and cast Entangle.
Where would you like to place it, and how big is it? Is it 20 foot?
I think it's a 20-foot.
It is 20 foot,
Radius.
and that's
There you go.
what I. It's a 20-foot square. It
Oh,
says.
is it? Okay.
Okay, so
Yep.
I have something for this too.
Oh yeah, that's fog cloud. I think that's a radius.
Vines whip up out of the ground and attempt to ensnare these two giant creatures. It's a dex save to avoid, I think.
Ah, poop! It's a
Strength
strength save.
save. What's your spell save DC?
Poop.
It's just 12. Yep. I didn't think this one through very well.
So that's, is that red and yellow? Yeah. We'll do red, yellow. Red does not save. He is restrained. Yeah, so the vines whip up around this ogre who just hit your compatriot in the back with a club, and as he's like brushing the spider webs off, vines come up and pull his arms to his side, just yells angrily at you. This one, quickly swats the vines away and is not bothered by them. Do you want to move?
No, I'm gonna stay right here behind Allie.
Okay.
Yeah, smack the yellow guy. With my glaive and also with my spiritual weapon.
Okay. You're pincing this ogre who has just escaped entanglement.
I don't know which one I should do first, or if it matters.
Just roll. Well, you have the bless, right? So
Yeah.
let's do your hit first with bless. Oh, Alec, we forgot to roll concentration for you
12.
when you took damage from the
Oh yeah.
clubbing. Nope. So you are no one is blessed anymore.
Oh no!
Blessed
Then I
is
definitely don't hit.
I am doing
think
a
not.
great job.
6.
done. Well, you defended.
11.
11 hits.
Oh, thank God.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, that AC is bad.
4.
4 points of damage. So, as it's sort of like swatting away the entangling vines, it accidentally sort of throws its club in the way and swats your glaive strike, and it just kind of clips its shoulder a bit.
You have
Takes
advantage
4
on it
damage.
because it's a melee spell attack and it's restrained.
It's not restrained.
It's not restrained,
She's not
unfortunately. I
restrained.
thought
Only
it
red
went
is
for the restrained one, but I didn't.
Oh, I thought you were attacking red.
Nope,
Nah,
yellow.
I went for
So go ahead and attack with Sailor Moon's tiara. But it is now named.
Oh, plus 7.
That's a big hit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
It's a D8, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
D8 plus 5 for you. It's a pretty brutal combination, all things considered.
Yay!
Max damage on that.
13.
So while it's distracted, accidentally blocking your glaive, it kind of goes and laughs at you as the tiara rips into its back. It goes, oh!
Yep, plus 5 in
yeah.
Wisdom.
Oh, wisdom.
or wisdom. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's her whole character
That's
is
all.
meta built to
That's why I
hell.
suck at everything else. I'm stupid and slow,
It's an extreme meta build.
and no one likes me. But I'm very wise.
No one likes me either. So it's okay.
All right, that brings us. You can still move, I think, a bit.
Oh
if you
no,
want.
I'm good.
Okay. Green's turn. He is not restrained or anything. 2, 3, 4. He'll move right through the rough terrain and come and swing at you, Nerida, with his giant club. 19.
That'll hit me.
Okay.
Wrath of the Storm.
You're gonna wrap him.
Yeah, I am.
12 points of bludgeoning
All
damage
right, let me take
as
that
it
down too.
cracks into your chest with its giant club.
Six damage.
6 points of retributive damage. That's blue. Okay. Or no, that's not blue. That was green. Okay. So you blast a crack of thunder back into it as
Yay!
it hits you with the club. Let's see. Blue's turn. Blue's got some decisions to make, and he's decided to go for it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Jumps right into the
It's
fray.
a rough terrain, right?
Yep,
Okay, just make
you can get there. And he's going to club Nerida. 19 to hit again.
Yep.
Pretty brutal. 11 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams into you with its great club. Hardar. 2, 3, 4. Jumps in, seeing everyone having a bit of trouble, and he's going to stab at this guy with his javelin. Oh, and he just misses. He stabs out between Alik and Nerida, but the ogre just smacks it out of the way with its club. I hate to do this, but I have to use the bathroom so badly. I'm just going to take a quick pause here.
Okay, now while Iron's away, let's move all of our pieces around.
Yeah. It just fell from the sky.
Yeah, now I'm regretting leveraging my Wall of Thorns. It was fun. If only we camped out on this overlook until dawn the next day, then I could have used it again.
But then all these humanoids, which are already being torn apart, would be dead. Wait.
Yeah, but they're eating them, so I think they're pretty damn dead.
Yeah. And what do you mean? DM Fizzgig gave it to us. He got on the mic. You know, there was definitely voice. I don't know if it was human voice, but yeah, someone was DMing that game. I remember you getting that treasure.
Yep. 11 million treasure, right?
Yep.
I gotta go too.
Okay, sorry about that.
Is it my turn? Or...
No, it's the
Alright.
top of the round.
Yes, that's why I did it then.
Did Ali get a turn to go? No. Never mind, sorry, that's the...
So it's Harbakir Toll, Mid-Alik's turn. Looking over, you've seen Nerida get a bit battered. But otherwise, they haven't really hit anybody but you. Thea seems okay. Is he here? What are you... Oh, you're not saying anything, by the way. Or I can't hear you.
Is that better?
There we go.
Yep.
Oh, that was interesting. Okay, so yeah, Glove Slap Baby's moving up to Glove Slap the red guy.
Pinko
The entangled guy.
here. Okay.
So, very hits.
Yes.
That'll be a 7.
7 points of damage to Pink.
Yeah, and then we
It slaps
cast
him in the
Word
back.
of Radiance.
Oh, finally get to do
1d6
this, huh?
damage for everyone, you know, the 3 ogres around me, but they make a con save, so you take none.
Okay, so it's pink, yellow,
That's
blue.
a 15. Right? Is it plus proficiency, wisdom?
Yeah, it's proficiency and wisdom. It's 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom. I think... And it's a... What save?
15.
No. What's the...
Con. Constitution.
Oh, it's not good. So, blue saves and takes no damage, but yellow and pink... I would say just roll 1d6 for both of them. It's up to you. If you want to roll 2d6.
No, I'll just roll 1.
Yeah. 2 points of damage for yellow and pink.
And
As you hold your shield aloft and a divine light sears into these 2 ogres in front of you.
Helm's divine light, not just
Helm's.
a divine light.
Little symbols
Very
of
nice.
helm appearing on their skin, searing into their flesh. White's turn. He is still restrained. So he's gonna struggle. That's a big success. So White tears the webbing from around him and He's gonna move over here. And just yell at all of his compatriots here. Junta! Moga! And take a few steps back. Yellow, not restrained. Gonna swing at Alik. $14 to hit.
No.
Nope. Swings at you, and you're ready for it this time. You're sort of getting used to their cadence, and you just immediately put your shield in the way, deflect the blow. Red is on the floor and restrained. I'm gonna give him disadvantage on the saves.
He's on the floor too.
Yeah, he rolled a 1 on his strength check last turn,
Oh, that's red.
and yeah, this is pink. It's a little hard to tell. Yeah, so he struggles against the webs, and they're just all around him. Every time he tries to roll, he just collects more web. Cora's turn.
Am I still in range of the white one?
What's your range? 120?
120?
So that's what? 34 divided by 2, 17 times 5. Ugh. Yes, you are in range. They're all in range of you.
Okay, so I'll take another shot at the white one.
Okay.
Hunter's mark. And hopefully finish this. And we're no longer blessed, right?
Correct. Definitely
Doesn't matter
hits.
for
So, 2d8 plus 5, I think it is. Or
Yeah.
plus 6. Or 2d8 and a d6. Roll another d8 and a d6. And the d6, and then 5, so 8. 3 is 11, 16 points of damage. The arrow sinks into its back as it seemingly retreats. What did I say? 11? 16.
16. I haven't killed it yet?
No.
No.
Nope.
No.
Definitely not.
Then your crazy thorn bolt, yellow. Oh, this does so much damage.
Strength check. You didn't exact. Oh, that's true, huh? Okay. Pink, struggling against the vines, manages to topple itself now. So the vines pull it to the ground, and it's like looks like a sarcophagus almost. It's like wrapped with its arms at its sides and its legs bound together. Thea's turn.
Okay.
These fucking restraining spells are brutal.
Especially
I'm
against
gonna-
things with no text.
Yeah.
I'm casting Ray of Frost at blue.
Okay. You
Alright.
don't exactly have line of sight because Hardar's in the way. Regardless, you miss. So, your ray, you say the magic words, you do the
I have
gesture.
+7 on that, so it's
Still a
9.
9.
That will not hit. So you point. There's like
try.
at least there's some minimum roll at which you can miss, right? Some maximum
Yeah.
roll at which you'll still miss. So you point the ray of frost. You're trying not to hit your allies in the way, and it arcs through the crowd and comes right out the other side, hitting no one. Would you like to move?
No, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Lost's turn. This is looking like a good. I don't mean to influence you too much. I won't say anything.
Yeah, it's like, should I light everyone on fire, or should I bring down a beam of moonlight?
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam. such a good spell.
Moonbeam.
It will remove the entangle because they're both concentration.
Yeah, and well, technically, I would feel like at this point, entangle should almost be up anyways, because entangle only lasts for a minute.
Well, each round is 6 seconds.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Need to actually use these icons better.
Entangle is taking red out of the fight, so
Pink, you mean?
pink.
Yeah, web took red out.
Okay, let's scatter this pack slightly. I'm going to actually red's not out of the fight from entangle.
From web.
Red's out of the fight from web.
Pink
Yeah.
is out
Pink
of the
is,
fight.
yeah.
I'm gonna fire right here, right in the middle of these three guys.
Moonbeam?
Nope.
Oh.
Bonfire.
A bonfire? You have to put it like in a tile. You can only hit one of them.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna set red on fire then.
Okay. So you cast Create Bonfire. That will ignite all the webbing as well.
It burns one tile per turn, so that's fine.
Yes, but the webs are highly flammable.
I know.
It burns the tile of webbing that they're on, not all.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, so...
And it deals 2d4 fire damage to any creature that starts a
So
turn in that fire.
Create Bonfire is a dex save, right? Which it will automatically fail.
And then it's 1d8.
So D8, do D8 fire damage.
Didn't even roll. Like, I saw it in the air as a 3. What the fuck?
It happens.
Man, the webs don't even burn away right away. They burn away in one round. It says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
they catch fire and the fire blazes. Let's do... Oh, you can make like boxes and stuff now. I didn't even realize that. Let's see how this works.
Oh, you can draw a box?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we want the effects... screw it, let's do it. The bonfire is there as well, right?
Yeah. And that bonfire doesn't seem to be flickering like we tend to have issues
Yeah.
with bonfires.
This one doesn't.
Yeah, that's actually really handy.
Actually,
Just draw.
yeah, it is. So here's your magical bonfire. Try
Oh,
to do
that's
this quickly.
weird.
It's got like a bunch of squares.
I like that you just move them out of the way.
What
Get
is
the fuck
that?
out of here.
What happened to that bonfire? How did that It had like squares shooting out of it.
It's better now.
It's probably particle effects. The particle effects might
It's
look
the
weird at
nature
first.
of magic bonfire that I just created.
TTS is a mysterious beast sometimes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yes, so you say the magic words, a magic bonfire sparks to life underneath the ogre on the ground, sort of lifting it off the ground as it presses into its spine and burns it for 3 points of damage. The webs set ablaze underneath it and burn up through it. Brings us to Nerida's turn.
Do I play it risky or do I play it safe?
You do the best thing.
Okay, what? Screw it. I'm gonna move slightly here so I don't hit a leak. Thunder wave in front of me. 2d8 to hit.
Thunder,
this.
is that a cone?
It's a 15-foot cube in front of me,
15-foot cube.
so it should hit these two, and this one.
Okay.
If I didn't care about my friend, yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Sorry, like a square.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so that's gonna hit all three of these guys who are not restrained. And is it a dex save?
I think it's con, unfortunately.
I am not.
Let me double check.
Thunder
Yeah, con.
wave.
On
Is
the
this maximum damage Thunder Wave?
Could
I
also
can't. I
do
already
shatter
did that today
Or max damage. Yeah.
on the other boys.
Sorry, is it gonna be max damage?
No.
No. Okay. So just 2d8 on a failed save, and it's con. Yeah. So roll damage. We'll do green, blue, yellow. For all the sense that makes.
9.
That's not bad. Green, blue, yellow. I'll go by the readout. So green fails.
He gets knocked 10 feet back.
Oh, I see. Blue, what's your spell save? 15?
15, I think so. I feel like mine should be
16.
maybe higher. 16?
It should be 16.
It should be 17 because you have +5 whiz.
Yeah.
Plus 5,
10
3
plus 5
3
plus
proficient.
2.
No, it's 8 plus 5 plus 2?
For the proficiency bonus?
8 plus 3 plus 5.
Oh, proficiency +3. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it?
Your proficiency is 3, so
Oh,
16.
cool. 16?
Right. Still, the other two save, so they take half, right?
Yeah. And they don't get moved
But this
back.
one is pushed
10 feet.
10 feet
And then I want to move back here.
away from you, so it's going to be here. It displaces your tiara,
Oh no,
which you can
because I was
still
going to
move.
use that next.
Well, it displaces
Oh, I
it.
guess it can move 20 feet, so it doesn't matter.
It can move.
Um,
So it's 9 damage total, right? And who else is it? Yellow? Yellow, blue.
Wait, we're not level 5.
No, you're not 5. You're
Well,
4.
yeah, okay, then my proficiency bonus is still 2.
Really?
Yeah, it goes up at level 5.
Okay. It doesn't matter for this anyway.
No,
Alright.
I was just like,
So then you move there.
Yeah, back to where I was. And then I want to hit the red guy if that's still possible, just to be a jerk.
Sure. Gonna move here
Okay,
with the tiara
because he's like super
and attack.
constrained and on the
damage.
ground, right?
It's true, you do get advantage. Any melee attack.
that crit.
Get that quick go.
Nope.
That's a hit though.
Yeah,
I think it would have been a
20.
hit regardless.
And that's
D8 plus 5. It's quite a bit of damage. It's probably better than your melee.
9.
It is a little bit better than the melee.
Yeah.
This guy's still on the ground, bound up, and the tiara flies down and carves into him. He's like, "Ugh." Green's turn. He's not happy. Is he hurt? Too bad. He's gonna move up. Well, fix that. And swing at Nerida.
Defend.
Thank you.
He gets disadvantage on the swing. 17.
That ties.
So he hits.
Okay.
Wait, you have
Goodbye,
17?
friends. Yeah.
You should be at 18.
I don't have a shield.
Oh.
No shield.
Then you should be at 16.
13 points of bludgeoning
I'm-
damage.
I'm down.
It slams into you with its great club. Nerida is
I don't think Dex affects my.
knocked unconscious. Dex does not affect your AC if you're wearing heavy armor.
Really?
Correct. Yeah.
Well, that's good. Then never mind.
Because you don't get bonuses either. You can't have like +3 Dex, wear heavy armor.
I
And
thought you could still take negative.
I don't think so. Nerida. Unconscious. Okay. Blue is going to swing at you, Alec. $18 to hit.
That does not hit.
Just barely, huh? You have 19 AC?
I have
So
19.
it swings at you, and you're used to this by now. After you've tried to defend Nerida and failed, you turn back and just barely in time block the giant club from this horrible ogre bearing down on you. Hardar is going to stab. Yeah, he'll stab at that blue ogre. Actually, he's got a javelin, right? He's He's gonna move here and stab at the pink ogre on the ground. And wait, actually, let's see. He can do a lot of cool stuff. You know.
At least it seems like spiritual weapon stays there, according to the Google search I
Is it
just
not
did.
concentration?
It's not concentration.
Okay. Hardar, seeing you go down, turns to you, lays his hand upon you, and casts Cure Wounds.
Thanks, bro.
Which is D8 plus 3. 4. So you stand up. No longer unconscious. And that's an action. He's also going to he casts a spell on himself that Cora recognizes, called Zephyr Strike. His concentration. And he moves here.
Can you Wrath of the Storm if you go unconscious?
No.
No.
You can't use your reaction if you're down.
I do? How do I recognize it?
It's a ranger spell. It's a nature spell that you recognize.
Huh. Is it a higher level? I didn't see it on the spell list. Anyway, not important.
Nope. You can look it up. Zephyr Strike. Top of the round. Alik's turn.
Ooh, my turn. Narrative's up and healed. Okay.
Yeah, she's really super
I have 4
healed.
hit points.
Yeah, that's plenty. You're fine. You can heal yourself if you need to. You're cool. You're cool.
It's not like she's a
we're
damage
just gonna-
force.
We're just gonna go ham on red. We're gonna slap red. Or pink,
you
sorry.
mean? Yeah. Alright.
Slap pink.
The slap glove. It hits. He's restrained. I don't think you can miss. But you can take advantage, sure.
1 in 19.
So
Ooh.
you didn't fumble. So
Alright, so this is gonna be D8 plus 3. 4. That's
5 total.
And then I'm gonna bring the Crushinator down towards the.
Oh, okay. So you have advantage. It's -1 from your normal bonus, though. That still
That
hits, no
is-
problem.
17. That's a D8 plus 4. That's a 9.
9 points of damage on pink. So you slam into his form while he's on the ground. Just cracking into his chest. You hear his ribs shatter inwards as a vine covers his mouth.
Poor guy. Ow. And then I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay. White's turn. He just runs. And you lose sight of him.
Well, we scared the big one away.
Yellow, not restrained, is gonna swing at you, Alik. Utoba! He crits.
Oh shit! Maybe
This
don't
is
do it anymore.
gonna be
Balls.
very bad.
Maybe not. It could be like a bunch of one.
A mixed bag. 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh,
to you.
that's close. That almost takes me out. I am looking bad after.
So you bring the Crushinator down, you smash into this ogre's ribs, and you're just kind of grinning like happy to yourself, and you momentarily forget where you are. And then you just, next thing you know, your vision is blurred, and you're just reeling, and you spit out a tooth. And there's an ogre standing in front of you, just grinning at you, holding his club aloft. Red's turn. Red is taking 2d4 from the burning web. So 3 points of damage from the burning web. Is it 2d4 plus something? No,
It
just
feels
2d4.
like it should be, right?
I think it's just 2d4, but hold on. Let me check.
Just 2d4. And it's gonna try to move through the web. Stands up.
Oh, it was still restrained and stuff unless it broke free.
The webs burn away.
The webs burn away in one turn, so at lost next turn.
This is true. So it shouldn't. I mean, you're
Okay.
the DM, but that is
Okay.
what
It
it says.
says, yeah, the burn
Fair
away in one round, it says.
Fair enough. So it's still held within the burning webs there. It's gonna roll to try to break out. That definitely breaks out. So it stands and moves, and it's technically not entering the webs then because it's already been in them. 2, 3. Here. Actually, sorry, 1 second. It stands up, still covered in webs, looks back to see where the big guy was, see that it's gone, looks forward, sees all its companions kind of bloodied, and is like, Oda! Starts running.
Cora, kill that mother.
Cora's turn.
Or Rain of Thorns. It's probably more appropriate.
The question is, does Rain of Thorns also hit me?
No, it's any targets you choose.
Oh, okay.
Cora could hit blue with Rain of Thorns and hit everyone there.
Did the main guy run away too?
Yeah,
Yeah, like a big
the largest guy is gone.
Alright, we should be able to track him.
Cora, it's your turn. One day.
Sorry, I thought I was unmuted.
Oh,
So, what? Yeah, we were having the disagreement about Rain of Thorns, but I do need to prep that first, so I won't be able to necessarily do that this
isn't it
time.
a bonus action?
I guess so, so I could bonus action then do it.
Yep.
But because I have Hunter's Mark on the other one, I get a bonus to tracking it. If I went full out, would I be able to track it and get it?
You don't have to drop Hunter's Mark, right?
You do
Or is
not.
Hunter's Mark concentration?
Not to be that person, but you can do it. I've seen them do it in Critical Role.
Oh, what is it?
That the Hunter's Mark persists, and you can like chase someone that's run away.
Sure. I mean, the question is Rain of Thorns concentration?
Oh, okay.
It
Sorry.
is weirdly enough, yes.
Yeah, most ranger spells are. So you would have to drop Hunter's Mark to cast Rain of Thorns.
Okay.
Tough call.
Well, so do we care that the big one got away?
That said, like it's
Yes.
some kind of giant. You feel confident that you could track it, probably.
Yeah, that's right, Cora Mound.
You found your way
Yeah,
here.
these are no giants, but these ogres fall quite as easily. Okay, so you think I'm pretty confident in it. I guess I can drop that prep, Rain of Thorns, and shoot blue.
Okay, so you
And
infuse your arrow with the spines of 1,000 thorns. You fire it into the air. I think it has to hit, right? So you have to hit blue
that's
first.
it. Successful hit. Plus 8.
That hits.
And it has blue already been damaged.
Yes.
Okay,
Pretty sure
so
every
3d8.
enemy has been damaged at this point. Yeah.
Plus 5.
19 to blue.
And then a Hunter's Mark, Rain of Thorns on everything, and doesn't that have a save to it?
So Hail of Thorns is a dex save. Target and each creature must make a dex save. So the target also has to. So we'll go blue, green, yellow, pink in that order. They're not very dexterous. And actually, pink automatically fails.
Which was the 19.
which was the 19, because it's restrained. What's your spell save DC? 14, I imagine?
No, 12?
Okay. That seems
It's
bad. What's your wisdom? Wisdom proficiency
Wisdom
plus
is
8.
plus 2.
Yeah, so that makes sense then.
Yeah.
12. So... Blue, green, yellow,
Not very
pink.
high. I'm a ranger.
Yellow saves. Half as much on a success. So roll d10 for damage. Four. So 4 damage to blue and green. And pink. And 2 damage to yellow. Okay. The arrow lands in the chest of this ogre, and thorns scatter out from it, hitting all of its compatriots around it, and digging into their flesh. Bits of ogreish blood drip from them. That brings us to Pink's turn, who is still restrained, and now at disadvantage to get out. That's 14. What's your spell save DC, Lost?
12.
Okay, so it finally manages to free itself. It stands up. And goes, "Oh, go bah!" and turns to run. Hardar is going to get an AO on it.
I am refraining from taking it.
Hardar will stab at it with his javelin, and he crits.
Yeah.
What does refraining from AOing doing for?
Saving a reaction.
Yeah, saving my reaction. So I can defend merit or loss, probably merit. Although I might die before that happens.
Interesting. So as it's on its way out, Hardar stabs it in the back. It's just barely like running. It's running as fast as it can, and it's leaving a trail of blood behind it, just barely getting away. That was Pink. Thea's turn.
All right. Who's sorry? I'm not on TTS. I'm looking over Greg's shoulder. Who's still standing and has not run away?
There are 3 ogres here.
Okay.
And pink and red are still on the board.
Okay.
Yeah, they're fleeing.
Oh, I see. I see. We're there. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost at yellow.
Okay. There's a lot of people in the way. I mean, ogres are pretty tall, I guess. I would say, yeah, go ahead. Cast Ray of Frost. Oh, Greg, yeah, you can roll.
Doing it.
That's a hit.
Yep.
So it's D8.
Yes.
5 damage to yellow. And does it... It's also, like, slows its movement, I think? If I remember correctly. Yeah. Speed is reduced by 10 feet till the start of your next turn.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you say the magic words, you point, you aim true, high enough over your companions, and the Ray of Frost slams into the ogre's face, chilling it. And it recoils in pain. That brings us to Lost. And that means that your fire spreads. Oh, cool. Does it like from your perspective? So this section of the webbing is catching fire. Oh, I see Entangle has gone down.
That's not a square.
I'm doing Moonbeam, which is a circle.
Well, Circles or squares?
Whoa, it's 10 foot, right? It's 5 foot radius, I think, for Moonbeam.
Hold on. You are correct. It is only
5 foot radius, 40 feet high.
there.
Good enough. You say the magic words and gesture towards the sky, call out to your nature's benefactors, and a shaft of blue moonlight spills out from the clouds above and sears into these ogres. And this first one's turn. Okay, so it'll hit when they start their turn in it. Nerida's turn. Did you want to move? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm over there.
Getting in melee.
Well, more. I'm going to get in range for possibly healing one of my compatriots.
That's fair. It's not a bad idea. That
Not
brings
very
us to Nerida's turn.
All right.
More inevitable.
I'm gonna grab Olik's arm and cast Cure Wounds,
Okay.
which I forget what.
It's D8.
D8. Okay.
Plus 5 for you. So
Have 7 hit points, and then I'm gonna smack Yellow with my Crescent Moon.
All right.
Yes.
The crescent moon in the moonbeam. It's like a game of Clue.
That hits.
That's a
Oh,
hit.
so close.
Killed by Nerida.
Plus 5, right? Yeah.
11 points of damage.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Yes! I want the spike to impale him in the forehead.
Okay, so he's looking
You can
away.
wear that fucking thing.
He's looking towards all of you, and he hears this like shimmering whir, like of your tiara flying through the air. And just as the moonbeam is coming down on him, he turns towards it, and the tiara flies in and sticks straight into his forehead, and his eyes go wide. The tiara embeds itself fairly far into his forehead, and he goes, oh, and thunders to the ground, dead.
Nerida, I hope you're doing the pose.
Yeah, of course.
All right, green in the moonbeam, taking 2d10 or with a dex save half, right?
I think it's con.
It's a con save.
It's con.
Yeah.
Which is worse
Unfortunately.
for us, but
Yeah, I know.
Still good.
It saves. Still, roll 2d10
Well,
and it'll
still
take
takes-
half. Yellow is out.
That's good roll.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
10 at least.
So it takes 10
Or-
points of damage.
Oh, we rounding up. Look at this generous guy.
9.5.
Oh,
points of
nine points of damage. Thank you.
damage. Oh, rounding down.
Never mind.
Excellent. In all things. Took red off the board accidentally. He's not dead, right? Not yet. Okay. So, the light of the moon sears into him, and he is having doubts now. Actually, yeah, he's having doubts now.
Everyone take the AO on this one.
Definitely.
Yes.
Hell, I'll even take it.
He looks around at his like fleeing companions. He's like, "Octav, ah, oh!" And he runs.
I smack him with my glaive.
Roll a hit.
I try to anyway. Plus 5.
That hits.
Yeah.
They have the worst AC.
They're ogres, man. They're big. It's hard to miss.
Take 9. No, plus 3, right? Yeah, plus 3.
Plus 3, so
12
12
damage.
points of damage. As it turns to run, you carve into its back with your glaive. Blood sprays out as you do and leaves a trail on its back. Nevertheless, it is running. Blue, also in Moonbeam. Making a con save. Roll 2d10 for damage.
Isn't it the same damage? At least that's how
No.
Sai had me do it.
Oh, whatever. You roll damage each time. 9 points of damage. I believe it fails that con save with an 11. Yep.
I was gonna say, I like my previous rolls better, but he's still taking the same amount of damage.
Takes 9 points of damage. As the moonbeam sears into him, he doesn't like his odds. He looks behind at the dead ogre behind him and he goes, "Vota bo!" Turns
The
to run.
Crushinator!
Crushinator time.
Yeah, I mean, I technically I'm in range to him too.
I can't
Oh, that's a
stand
12 on the Crushinator.
That hits. Let's see if this does it.
That's an 8. 8 damage.
8 damage. You smash him in the back with the Crushinator. He's still running. What's your to hit? Lost?
It's at least +2.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out because it's melee. It's
Strength.
what plus.
Whatever your strength is.
Yeah, plus strength and proficiency. So plus... Oh, that hits, because proficiency alone hits, right?
Yep.
Yep. Roll damage, which I think is d8 with the staff.
Yeah, ignore that. I did the wrong thing.
Okay. I trust you.
Roll a d20 for damage.
Well, it's one more. Yeah, exactly. So,
So what is that total? What's your strength?
my strength modifier is 0, so it's just 3.
3
Straight
damage. You sort of just slap him in the back as Alec hits him, and he's still running. Let's see.
Oh wait. Oh, hold on a second.
Uh-huh. He'll move here if he can, if he's not dead.
So it's what was I 3? It's actually 5 because of my fancy staff.
All right. 5 points of damage. That brings us to
Udor's.
Hardar's turn. And he... He's like, "We have won." And just sort of turns to everyone.
Good job.
Top of the round. Alec's turn.
Alright, so my glove slap can't get to anybody, unfortunately. So,
You could dash and get in melee, maybe? This would be rough terrain here, since this is a large rock. Just so you know.
okay, I want to jump up onto the rock then. Can I? Is that on top right there?
It'll still be rough terrain even if you jump, but yeah, you can...
Yeah, so I used the last 10 to get up there. And then I'm going to guiding bolt on to... Let's say... Can I shoot? Yeah.
Getting away. Not today.
That's going to hit.
That hits. I don't know how you could not kill him.
46.
It's 46? Alright, how do you want to do this?
Right through his knee. Just take his leg off.
Just take his whole leg off. So you
Yeah.
say the magic words, conjure a bolt of divine energy, radiant light. You shoot it out of your hand. It flies far across the battlefield. And as this ogre is running away, you just see the light pass beneath it. And the ogre just immediately topples over sideways. howling. Totally burnt off by radiant light, and it bleeds out on the ground.
And then I moved Glove Slap Baby up. You know.
Okay.
Why not? Could.
Red's turn. 1, 2, 3, 6. He is off the field. Just sprinting. As they run, there's like thunderous noises. Cora's turn.
Are there any more left in range for me?
Yeah, I think Pink is in range. I think everyone is in range, actually.
Okay.
Let's see. What is your range? 120.
120.
Let's divide by 5 times 2. So it would be, if you're measuring, it's 48 on the table. So yeah, you can hit all 3 of those guys. Anyone left on the field is in range of you.
Okay, and blue is actually prone right now, or?
Blue's dead.
Blue's dead, yellow's dead.
Blue just died by a holy
Blue just
bolt of light. Yeah.
Well, then I will smack green.
All right. Fire an arrow at green as it retreats.
Do I get advantage because it's retreating?
No. That hits.
But I don't think you could possibly miss. You'd literally have to roll a 2 to miss.
2 or 1, yeah. 1 is a guaranteed miss, right? So you can always miss.
Well, but he's a halfling, so we re-roll.
So I get to re-roll a
That's
d20 on a
true.
1. I'd have to roll 2 1s.
So,
I've done it before.
how do you want to do
plus
this,
5.
Cora? It's very dead.
It's very dead. I guess I will also go for leg shots.
All right, seeing your compatriot hitting the leg, you're like, I can't be having any of that. You draw back, loose your arrow, it flies. No one can even see it. It's just whoop, in the target. And you hit it right in the leg, hit it right in a major artery, and just this blood geyser spurts out as it falls to the ground, howling. Oda! Oda! Just fades out. Pink's turn. Fortunately for Pink. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh.
Oh, you done, son?
Like drops its club and is just sprinting. As hard as it can. I mean, it is bloody and just leaving a trail behind it. Thea's turn.
Kate's fancy new headset is still being weird, so.
It's not the headset, it's the surface, I'm sure.
Anyways, so she is going to chase after. She's going to
Alright.
chase after Pink and fire a firebolt.
Alright. What's the range on Firebolt?
120 feet.
Oh. Why is it so far? Alright. I think he moves.
Because that's
6,
like
right?
2 turns, you know? I mean, really, it's not that far.
I mean, when you look at what 120 feet is, it's pretty, like, good luck throwing something 120 feet. But yeah.
Yeah.
That hits! I will be shocked if it does not die. Yeah, there's a decent possibility it won't die.
Five.
That is exactly its HP.
Nice.
Get Katie on the phone. What are we doing? How's it going
Okay,
down?
so how do you want to do it? Just talking to my mic.
Okay. Aim for its head, like its hair. Its hair catches on fire first, and then it just goes down spotty.
Okay, so you throw this firebolt. It's a long shot. You arc it, and it lands right on the top of the ogre's head, and it has like a crown of flame. Its hair just bursts into flame. And it's like, oh, oh, oh! It's trying to put it out, but it's so tired and destroyed by the battle so far that it just like haplessly slaps at its head for a bit and then crumbles onto the ground, head still ablaze. The fire slowly goes out on its charred remains of a head. I'm assuming you're gonna drop web.
Yes, she's
And
gonna drop one.
moonbeam.
Yep.
On the
and-
fire van.
On the fire. Oh yes, and the bonfire.
Alright, is anybody alive that they were trying to eat?
All right, 1 second. What are we doing here? I wouldn't call this cheery.
Can we
feels
take a bio break? I know you and Amma did it.
All right.
All right.
So yes,
Yeah.
this is a great time
I
for a
sneak
10-minute
off all the
break.
time as pregnant.
It's a great time for a 10-minute break. We'll be back at 6:02 for
Sounds
anybody
good.
watching.
Yep.
So we were talking about me following it. If we start searching things, will I not be allowed to follow things? Do I need to say that now?
The trail gets more and more cold, you know, the longer you wait to actually track it. But
Yeah.
it's
Well, I want to run over and see if all these are dead bodies or if anybody is alive.
Check.
yeah. Hey, Katie, we got you.
Hey!
Yay!
It's a giant, so it'll, you know.
I'll get bonus
It'll
to
be
it. It's
pretty
also
easy
like
to track.
bleeding.
Yes, it's definitely
Yeah,
going to be leaving some,
leaving
some
a-
tracks. It was definitely in a
Okay.
hurry to leave, so.
Yeah, because
So
we
I
what?
guess
We had 2 escape.
Yeah, we might
We
get
got
giant?
more than that.
And
Yeah.
one of the ogres escaped. Yeah, it looks like.
Okay.
You got most of them. I'm actually surprised. Went pretty well,
Yeah, that's how
all
we
things
do.
considered. He's still marked as concentrating lost. And
Are any of these human bodies alive?
okay, so around the campfire, basically you're going to go up and
Yeah.
search the campfire. Strewn around the campfire, there are numerous supplies from what you are guessing was the carts and wagons that you found back on the road. Mostly just like rations and things like that. There is a... well, you can search through those, I'll say. There are also several corpses. Some of them, like most, incomplete, actually, so I misspoke a bit. There is one definitely complete corpse that's very large, and there are sort of body parts that have been ripped, you know, from other corpses that were clearly devoured. So there's the occasional arm, things like that. There are sets of clothes and, like, used and blood-covered male armor and a couple of basic, like, short and long swords on the ground. And one of the bodies is much larger, and it's actually mostly intact. It's missing just... and Hardar sort of walks over to it and stands over it for a moment, looking down at it.
do you know this person?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
We must hurry to find the rest of the tribe.
They're like
They were
definitely
only
dead,
here.
right?
There's no one alive here
Okay.
at all.
They were only here as a scouting party or raiding party. There doesn't seem to be that main force, and I do not want to let that giant escape. I would like to continue moving on.
Hardar bends down and digs into a clump of earth and pulls it up and breathes in. Scatters it gently across the body. I must, for my ancestors. Give Utula. I cannot.
Do what? Give you to.
Utula. Utula.
All right. Well, remember your oath.
Holds out his hands, knife. Starts like searching through the whatever's left around the campfire.
I offer him my knife, my hunting knife.
Thank you. Takes the knife from you. And pulls the body away from the campfire a bit. And he carefully lays it straight. One arm, the remaining arm, left arm, out to the side. And he takes the knife, cuts from the clavicles straight down the torso, and cuts across at the bottom of the torso, just above the hip bones. He's doing this all very carefully. He pulls back.
Is there some way I can assist you in your death cult customs?
Stay. Just gestures to you gently. He pulls back the skin from either side.
Can I rest while he does this?
Sorry?
Can I rest while he does this?
Or you can take a seat.
Yeah, I'm resting.
I mean, we need a short rest. Are we going to take a short?
Can I still find things after a short rest?
You can track things days after they, like especially things
Yeah.
that leave huge tracks, like a giant
Okay,
wood.
then sure. Let's do a short rest.
So Hardar, he has the torso, the skin peeled back like a curtain on either side of the torso. And you see the muscles of his companion. He's cut through some of them in making his incision down through the gut, through the abdomen. And he starts removing organs. The liver, he cuts through the muscles, starts removing organs. Like the liver and the pancreas and the intestines, and laying them on different sides of the body. Is anybody doing anything while he does this? Or just all?
No.
We're giving him his space.
Yeah.
After he's laid out all the organs,
I guess I will start playing my lute in a mournful tune.
he goes up and holds the remaining arm and flips
Danny boy, I think.
what's left of the corpse prone. So it's lying in the same position, but it's now prone. And he stands over it, grabs a bit of dirt again, throws it over the across the top of the body. And he speaks in low, muttered tones that you can't quite make out. Clasps his hands together.
Who are they?
This Rothgar, my hunting companion. Rothgar, mighty hunter. I could not save him.
I know how it feels to not be able to be powerless in front of an overwhelming foe.
Yes.
If you wish to come with us, instead of going to town, you may come and we can try to take your revenge.
Not killed by giants.
He wasn't?
Oh?
No.
Who killed him?
He looks around at the body parts strewn about the campfire briefly. Could not save him.
He was killed by a Lothurian.
They would not let me save him.
Hmm.
They don't understand. Always.
Who wouldn't let you save him?
Just gestures around the campfire.
Those that
Do I
took him prisoner.
recognize, like, what sort of humanoid these body parts are, or any scraps of clothing that are identifying?
So, there are like piles of clothes that are torn and mail with heraldry and stuff on them. And from what you can tell, these look like military uniforms from officers of Lothuria. But you don't find any heads or really like discerning features from any of the body parts that remain. You can't tell like what race they were necessarily. It's just a bunch of parts.
Do we know where Lothuria is?
There's
Not Tuluria, the city, the country.
Lothuria is the country that you are all in.
Okay.
Capital of which is Thaura.
Thaura, sorry.
Yeah.
So these people are under the king's command, supposedly.
They're the feds.
Yeah.
I think the Mages Guild was the bats. The Mages Guild were working.
No, the Mages Guild is just responds to magical issues. These are like the soldiers. You know, the army and the magic class separated.
Yeah.
He starts.
We forgot to talk to Professor Pendleton about getting our mage's license anyway. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
He hands you back the hunting knife and starts looking around through the bodies. Eventually, he's just like digging through them, through the rubbish around the campfire, basically.
Come. There's no more time. And you won't find anything else here. There's nothing left.
He holds up his arms, which still have the shackles on them.
Oh,
I
he's
thought
looking
we
for the key.
hammered. Oh,
Key.
Yeah.
we broke the chain, but the shackles are still. Okay. I will assist in this search.
Okay.
Yeah,
Roll-
me too.
You two roll investigation. Are you proficient in investigation, both of you?
No.
No.
Okay. So, Cora, roll investigation.
Oh, I don't want to. Not with my score. I mean, yes, of course.
Oh,
Okay.
So what is it total?
19. No mod.
19. Digging through all of the belongings, you actually manage to find a small locket as well, with what appears to be like a small painting of a woman inside. You quickly find a large iron ring with several keys on it. And you find, otherwise you just find like a bunch of weaponry and stuff like that. That you suspect the militia had on them.
Small locket. Okay. No money,
No money.
I guess. If they're all soldiers don't carry money around with them.
They almost certainly do, but you don't manage to find any.
Okay.
When you lift the key ring, Haldar goes, key.
So we go ahead and try all the keys within his.
About the
Manacles
third or
and
so
so on.
key in, king, the lock pops open. He rubs his wrist. King, the lock pops open on his other wrist. Rubs it. Thank you.
I didn't find any other manacles while I was searching.
Yes, there, if you want. There's another pair of manacles as well.
Yeah, I'll take a pair of manacles. Why not?
Okay.
With the keys.
The chain is also broken on those, though.
Oh,
You can get it fixed if you want.
So you can have them
yeah.
if you
Yep.
want.
Sure. Let's take them. Why not? Who knows what?
After this,
manacles-
Haldar goes back to the body of Hrothgar and starts digging in the dirt with his hands. He digs a small hole and tries to dig
I'm going
as
to
deep
take
as he can.
both. By the way.
Okay, so you have 2 sets of broken manacles.
Yeah.
He digs a small hole and he carefully places the organs he had removed from Hrothgar in the hole and covers it with his hands and pats it, stands up and dusts his hands off. New land. Goodbye. And he turns and leaves.
Goodbye.
We're just going to let him go?
Safe travel.
I don't know. I mean, I don't.
No. Hrothgar, if you're not coming with
It's
us...
Hardar. Hrothgar is his name.
Hardar. If you're not coming with us, you have to keep your pledge to Alik and go to the nearest town.
No, my pledge was go north.
No, go north. Go back north home. I don't remember. Sorry.
Not safe. Back to Ahava.
But you've seen what they do to your people here. How can you say that it's safer among these?
We will be more careful.
Does anybody else have anything to say about this? Because how can we find you again? Can we keep in touch? Will you be able to give us a means to connect with you?
Ahava, not of this land. Yet. First ancestor. And he points to the ground where he buried the organs. Not enough. Not of this land yet. Must be careful.
Alright, well. We are headed toward... What's the city?
Brimshire?
Brimshire.
Brimshire. If you meet with travel, send word.
Brimshire. Yes.
Yes.
But first, I must find this giant.
Hodava, friends. He
Safe
turns
travels.
And leaves.
Goodbye.
Prodava.
And with that, Hardar walks out into the night, javelin in hand.
How many javelins?
Just one.
Missed opportunity.
Still only a
They're
waist
not strapped all to their back.
Alright.
So we're taking a short rest?
Yeah.
I think we took a short rest while
Okay.
Harvar was...
That did
coming
not
up
take
with
an
something.
hour. He
Okay.
he seems somewhat practiced, and he was able to complete whatever ritual it was.
Butchering a corpse. Defiling a corpse. Desecrating?
Preparing a corpse for burial.
He called it
Although
Yuchula.
Helm would feel different.
He seemed to complete it fairly quickly. He was done with the whole ritual within about 20 minutes.
I'll move
Okay,
the
well,
kids.
so we rest for the other 40.
Okay. Take a short
Because we were all
rest.
kind of just sitting and watching.
Go ahead and spend hit dice if you have them, if you want to spend them.
We have them, but I'm still at full health. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry we're so beat up.
We got wrecked.
Cora, the back line fighter. The rear
Yep.
guard.
Oh, we get Channel Divinity back.
Do I get any spells? No.
You get channel
No, it's a
divinity
long
back
rest.
after a short rest?
Yep, I just looked it up.
Oh, I should use it more.
Yeah, because Channel Divinity is... You only get one use? Till your
Yeah.
level?
Yeah.
Roll a hit dice for me. 1d6.
Yeah, I think Thea's pretty hurt.
No, I'm only down 3,
Oh, yeah, that's
but I
right.
might as well take the opportunity.
Was it Alik and Nerida got
Yeah.
pummeled?
Do you still have some healing spells? Should we spend some healing spells as well?
I
or-
have 2 left, so if we're gonna go run in to fight a bunch of giants, I feel like I should save them in case people try to die.
Okay. Well, we will find out. Oh, wait, this.
We haven't searched. I mean, I've already made the mistake of searching an ogre earlier, but an ogre bet. Once we're done taking a short
A
rest,
little bit more than the
Yeah.
butt, but...
I'm gonna search the corpses.
Okay, roll investigation. What are you looking for, if anything?
Stuff.
Cool treasure!
Do they have any neat belonging?
On
Any
the
cool shit?
on the hip of each one of them, there's a small.
Fail.
On the hip of so they have
That's
these
a 5.
large clubs. On the hip of each of them, they have a what looks kind of to you like a quiver, like it's some cured leather, long container with large javelins in it. Each one of them.
Which are much too large for us to really carry.
Yeah, they're effectively spears for you.
Repurpose their
Not for
javelin
me.
bag.
It's quite
me, they're
large.
Bolting poles.
It's maybe 4 to 5 feet long, with a good 12-inch diameter.
Well, I am 6'2", but that's true.
I mean, if you wear it over your shoulder, as they would wear it like off their hip, it extends all the way to the ground for you.
Nah, I actually don't want it.
Okay.
Waste of time.
Whatever, we're taking a short rest.
It didn't spend long.
Are we gonna continue to pursue the 2 that got away?
Yeah, we're gonna hunt them down. Murderate them.
Oh, yeah.
Trogdor
Big time.
swoops in, lands near you. Nuzzles into you a bit. Goes and starts like poking at the ogres. And then comes up and like starts digging around by the fire.
Does he find anything?
After a few moments, he turns to you with a human arm in his mouth. He's like chewing at it.
I'm gonna take the arm away from him and place it in the fire.
That's rude.
He like turns to you. He's like, "Why? Why?"
I give him head scritches and then some cured meat out of my bag.
You don't want to feed him some ogre flesh?
It's human flesh. Well, I guess
the
I could
human
cook
flesh.
an ogre.
But instead, some ogre flesh. I mean, we don't want him eating humans, definitely, but ogres?
But he can eat the ogres.
Yeah. You know, develops a taste for it. Monster flesh.
He starts sniffing at one of the ogres over here.
Narita, what shape are you in now? Do you need a heal?
Oh, she's AFK. Do you need heals?
I have 21 hit points.
Out of how much? 30 something? She's down 10.
Sure.
Okay, then I'll do a cure wounds on Nerida.
Alright. So are you guys just like gonna pick up and move on basically once the short rest is over?
Well, so we're searching things. I got a 17 plus 4 for survival.
I healed
Oh,
Nerida.
for tracking? Okay.
Tracking, yeah, giant. I get advantage on it, which is why I rolled twice.
Right,
Because
you're
it's a
in the-
giant, which is my preferred class.
Gotcha. Yeah, so there are large tracks leading away to the north. And they're no problem at all for you to track. There's the occasional blood splatter as well. And you even are so fine as to find like little bits of hair. You're not sure what kind of hair, so you don't pick it up and smell it or anything, but you
There's hair there.
definitely
Okay.
track your way back, yeah.
So I have the creature's tracks. Shall we pursue it?
Yeah, I got a little left in me.
All right, away we go.
Woohoo!
So I'll say the short rest is enough to stave off exhaustion, but it is full nighttime now. It's rapidly approaching midnight, and as you track this giant, the footsteps just go farther and farther north. Roll with your survival. So you find you're tracking the giant and the one ogre that got away. 4 miles north, the tracks run into this huge collection of other tracks of similar size, and it looks like there was some kind of gathering here. And with your roll, you're actually able to see that there are indentations on the ground where it looks like maybe crates were placed and picked back up at some point. And there's what remains of a campfire.
These areas were surely getting closer, but this is puzzling effects for such
Can
a
I-
vicious creature.
Can I tell if ogres moved these crates or if it was humans at this camp?
You could, I would say, roll survival to see if you can detect any extra tracks.
To see what you see.
14.
Okay. You're fairly confident. It takes you a little bit of time to piece everything together. You're fairly confident all tracks here are ogre-sized or larger.
Okay. Pretty sure ogres would move in these boxes.
Brilliant deduction, Sherlock.
Seems strange for them to be stealing shipments, though.
I wonder what their aim is.
Quite poor. They didn't hit me with javelins.
They're like, we're trying to steal medicine to save our families. And we're like, oh no.
Sadly, none of us speak
Ogre, and we haven't
job.
really attempted to communicate with them yet,
Right, all
so...
the ogres yell, they're coming to kill our families! Run! Save our families! And then, oh, hello.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
the babies cry in the background.
Right.
Now, how do you feel about your big heroes?
So what are in the crates?
There are no crates in front of
You
you.
just see the indentations.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cora points
I
out that
shared
there are
with you.
indentations of crates on the ground.
Okay.
Well, it's night. Should we make camp? Or keep on pursuing?
I think we
Camp
keep
would be good.
pursuing.
Can't we in the night?
You can press on. it's midnight at this point, I would say. So
Can I see how recently these tracks were left?
with your survival, yeah, you would say the most recent tracks here are from the last 30 minutes or so.
Well, I imagine we're
They
moving
have
faster
passed
than
fairly
those that we're
recently.
pursuing.
Yeah,
Especially if
I'd
they're weighted down with
They
all
were
that
badly
stuff.
injured.
say we keep going after him.
Agreed.
And I would not like to stop at this intersection that they use regularly for transporting goods. This does not seem like a smart
true.
place to rest for the night.
Cora, from your knowledge about giants, you do know that, they're big. They got big legs. You think it might actually be a challenge to catch up to them. You think it's possible,
Oh,
but even if they're carrying crates or maybe wounded, their legs are twice the size of yours at least, the ogres are. And they can outpace you.
Considering she's like 2'6", they're like 10 times the size of her.
I didn't mean her specifically. I meant normal humanoid legs. Yes, their
I'm
legs are like
going to
10
ride
times.
you next. Don't make me jump on your back.
You probably could. Like, I'm tiny, but you're tiny.
And you have a high strength, right? So I could ride you, okay. Although that would not give much
Phrasing.
benefit to speed, because you have about the same speed as I do, right?
I was thinking phrasing as well.
Yeah.
Could work in our campaign. If Cora wants to ride Alec, that would be an interesting
We can make a
dynamic.
little backpack. I can hide behind characters, right? So I could hide behind them without being seen with full cover, and then
Yeah.
just pop out and fire arrows.
So you think that it's possible that you could catch up to them if they're, significantly hindered by injury and carrying whatever these goods
I
are.
mean, I want to press on my character, Cora. I need to define this dragon. It cannot escape me. I know what giants do, and this is not one thing that I can let go. The rest of you want to stay here and rest, that's fine, but I must push on.
It's not wise to
I don't
push
care
up
if it's
that
not
way.
wise. These things murdered my family. I will
I'm gonna
not let
still
this one
be here
escape me.
tomorrow morning.
No, it will have gotten away by then.
It's gotten away now.
I don't believe that. I think there's still a chance, and as long as there's a chance, I must pursue.
And there's still a chance in the morning. Likely
So-
we'll follow it back to its den.
And at this point, I just turn and start walking toward where I believe they've gone.
Cora, there's a good chance that if we don't catch it right away, it will lead us to where the rest of the camp is. There's lots of tracks here. If we catch up to it now, what then? Kill it?
Slay it. The other tracks are old. The fresh tracks must be followed.
But like
And
you
then
said,
pursue the
such
rest.
Tracks will lead us to more giants.
I think it's better to wait and see if it can lead us to the larger group. We won't learn anything if we just catch it tonight.
We must let it lead us to the giant children so that we may slaughter them at the sword.
Yes.
I don't know if I agree. I guess Cora would agree, but that seems a little bit much for me.
Just play
on.
Cora.
Yeah,
We're trying
Cora,
to persuade Cora.
Yes. Yes, the murdering the giant children, the families.
Sorry.
I suppose we must rest and be fresh, but it is on your heads if this thing escapes me again.
It should be no problem at all for the master tracker, Cora, large mount.
Hill topple, Sir Alec, and I do not appreciate the disdain in your voice. hold one of my arrows out.
If we wait and we lose them, Chogdar can help us track them.
We shall see. We shall
Shaking
see.
its head.
I could try fortune telling as well.
Yes, let's ask if we
We'll
rest
catch.
the night. if
Your
we can still catch
gods
them.
will tell me nothing. I must find these murderers, but I understand the need to wait the evening. If you wish to tell the fortune of... tell our party's fortune, we can pursue.
Okay, so everyone is settling down at this point, creating a small fire, preparing for an evening of rest.
Do we want to look for somewhere that's not like this main thoroughfare before we rest?
Yeah, let's move off the road.
Because you're not on a road.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity too, if I'm asking like if we go to bed now, can we catch them tomorrow? Does that count as something we're doing in the next 30 minutes because we're going to bed now?
No.
Or am I asking about tomorrow?
You can't ask about tomorrow.
Okay.
Something you're going to do in the next 30 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is this the
written,
best course of action to catch them?
But that's not something you're doing in the next 30
No.
minutes.
So I could ask if
Yeah,
we
well,
could
it's
catch
the
them
decision we have
tonight.
made to catch them. If we
You
continue
can
to
ask.
okay.
Oh yeah, you can ask like, should we pursue or not? That would be valid, right? Like, should we pursue or should we rest? Or
Yeah.
that would be something you're choosing to do in the next 30 minutes. Did you want to do
Go
that?
team.
Should I ask?
Yes.
Okay. Should
Yeah,
I pursue them
that's
tonight? I lay down my fabric and throw my.
Agree.
You second.
Yeah, it's augury.
Yeah. Augury.
So, what are you asking exactly?
Should we pursue them tonight? I guess.
Okay.
Hang on,
And-
before you do this, let me PM you and ask you one thing.
Okay, hold on.
So, let's see.
Secrets. It's secret time. Thank you to our viewers for showing up. We got 3 whole people, it looks
Hooray!
like.
Yeah, apparently my sister's watching.
Oh, great.
Nice.
My brother is watching.
Great.
Hi,
So
friends.
that's all 3 accounted
Hi, Tim.
for. One of my former students is
Okay.
watching as well.
Are you messaging me on Discord or Steam?
I messaged Aiden to ask a DM question before I...
Oh,
Okay.
me, not... Okay. On Steam?
On Steam? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it...
What
is
are
that-
they from? They're from, I don't remember. Oh. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I reach toward a pouch at my side and I bring out a bag of 27 giant's teeth with
Oh.
one rotten one. And I present these to you while you do your divination.
Like, can I use these to divine with? Okay.
Well, it's to help like power it like a catalyst and such to help you kind of focus on giants to see if it's one of the ones that have killed my family.
Okay.
So this is like I've somehow obtained teeth of all the giants, or there was a battle, and I've gotten teeth from what was remaining of the village, and I feel like these represent the living giants that I have to kill, and the one rotten tooth is one of the ones I have already taken down.
Alright, now I'm trying to think of how to phrase my question the best.
I don't know if you have to change the phrasing. It's just like you, as part of your divination, you're casting your stones, but instead of your stones, maybe you're casting the teeth.
Yeah.
Well, the only result, the outcome can only be good results, bad results,
Or good.
both good and bad, or nothing really will happen.
That's okay. I
so I
mean,
have to
like,
phrase
maybe
it
helps
in a
with your
way.
roll or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't have to roll; it just happens.
Yeah, but
No, okay.
doing this could provide some,
Yeah.
some extra.
Alright, if we pursue them tonight, will we find and defeat them? I guess that might be.
Okay, so you lay out in front of you your fortune-telling mat,
Yeah.
a small mat of leather. You place the giant bones near you and kneel in front of it. And you throw, I imagine, seashells.
Yeah.
You throw a collection of seashells and dried starfish onto the mat. You scatter them. And sand dollars and whatnot, crab shells. And you focus on the giant teeth. And you find yourself uncontrollably sort of looking up into the sky. And a huge wave rises into your vision and crashes down over you. And you see you're now someplace completely different. You are in a dark cavern, and around you are bodies. You look to your left, and you see the body of Alik crushed on the ground. You look to your right, and you see Cora, like, just reaching out and grasping. And you look ahead, you see large, ominous figures. And your vision quickly fades. And you feel your lungs filling with water again. Roll wisdom.
Oh, I hit everybody. Plus 5 or 7, depending on if it's a saving throw or not.
This time, you remember the words you heard in your last vision when you drown. And you think all the way back to when you drowned the first time. And you choke for a bit, and then give in and relax. And you feel adrift in a sea. You're like waving back and forth. And you see before you an enormous corpse of a dead giant. And you see before you as well rectangular figures just silhouetted in the darkness amongst the cave.
Rectangular figures?
Silhouettes. The vision fades, and you calmly breathe out. You swear as you do, you taste a bit of salty seawater. But air comes out.
I mean, do I get to know overall whether I thought that was ominous? Like,
You believe it's both wheel and woe.
okay.
You get the sense that it's somewhat of a warning from Humberly.
Alright,
That
well,
she can't assure that
yeah.
it is only good.
from what I saw, if we go tonight, it's very dangerous to go forward unprepared, and we could lose some of our party. However, we also could find and defeat the giant. But I will say that in my vision, it looked like we were in a cave, and I would guess that that might be its lair where it lived. There were other figures as well. I couldn't quite make them out
Before she was covered in green fur.
So I think it might be more sensible to rest based on what I saw, but of course it's up to the party as well. It's not a death sentence per se, but...
Alright, well, if your vision saw it, I suppose I will rest for the evening. And I gather up my teeth and put them back in my secret pouch in the secret pocket.
Hand it back to you. Thank you for letting me use them.
Anything to help in my goal.
I guess we should probably have watches.
Well, so it's not a thoroughfare, but it's where the giants have been meeting with these ogres and moving product around, so...
Yeah.
It doesn't look like this area is repeatedly trampled. It doesn't look like this is, this is like grass is still growing
maybe
up
a
and
one-time
stuff.
thing.
Yeah. You don't get the sense that this is a general congregation spot for these creatures.
Could I use survival to maybe find somewhere more discreet nearby
Yep,
to
roll survival.
rest? Can I
Someone
move
want to assist?
everyone out of my rolling space?
Oh, yeah.
24?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yes. You managed to find an unusual small copse of trees, a small glade. There's like a small sunken valley that's maybe 100 feet across or so as you traverse these plains. And within there's a small copse of trees with a small glade in the center that you find that you think might be good shelter. It at the very least will be, there's not a lot around. It would be very difficult to see from far away.
Mm-hmm.
As we're looking out, it's dark, you almost stumble into this place.
I suggest we make camp here. Should be safer than out in the open.
I will take first watch. I'm still too anxious to sleep.
I can stay up with you.
At this point, it's probably about 1 a.m. or so.
We'll sleep till 9.
Well, if you rotate on watches,
Oh, yeah.
you might be up a bit later.
10 or 11.
Yeah, 11 or so.
Sure, everyone's tired.
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to my staff resetting in the morning.
I think we all are.
So everyone unfurls their bedrolls on the ground. Lost gathers some wood from the forest around, sets up a small bonfire, begin setting up your meals, eating some jerky and some preserved gruel. And you're all sort of sitting around the campfire for the night. Do you guys want to do anything before you go to sleep?
No.
No? Okay,
No.
so I think
Kind of
probably...
look around the corpse, just keep watch.
Okay. I think we should end there for tonight. Thank you, everybody. I think it's a good place to stop. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. I also... that was a really rough fight, and I think you guys deserve level 5.
Yay! Yeah, good!
So,
Hooray.
go ahead and level up your
no
characters.
levels for a while.
No level? You don't want levels for a while anymore?
Well, this is going to give me 2 attacks per round.
That's what you get as a ranger. I think as a fighter,
Yeah.
you get that at like level 4. Or 3.
Oh, their cantrips are better.
So each of his attacks is going to do like 2d8 plus whatever if they're hunter's mark.
Yeah, it's pretty huge.
Oh, and I get some level 2 spells, I think, although now I don't need to take whatever Cloak of Darkness, whatever your staff gives you already.
I get call
Pass
lightning.
that trace.
Ooh, call lightning free.
Yeah, I'll have
What
to
do
figure out
I get
something else.
pretty shitty spells, I think.
Okay.
And a
So-
sleet storm.
As our heroes bed down for for the night, that's where we'll end this episode of Tales from Tuatha. Thank you for our whatever few viewers we had that showed up that were all family or former students of mine. And yeah, thanks again, everybody. We will see you next week. Same time, same channel. Bye.
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 Bye.